A second-half goal by Daniel Sabatu spurred a comeback last time out for Atlanta United 2. Down 2, they salvage a point with a 2-2 draw against Memphis 901 FC. What happens when the boys in blue, Indy 11, come to town? Let's find out together. It's the USL Championship on ESPN Plus next. Time for some midweek action at the Fraction. It's the USL Championship on ESPN Plus. Big Central Division battle tonight as the three-game homestand continues for the Stripes. Atlanta United 2 comes into this one with a record of 3-4-4. The visiting Indy 11 come in with a record of 4-5-2. Alongside Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so tonight. And Jason, there are a lot of teams in the Central Division not separated by a whole lot coming into tonight midweek.
Indy 11 sitting in the final playoff spot right now on 14 points. 1 point back, 2 spots back. Atlanta United 2 sitting in a spot where they might feel like they should be higher up the table. They've had some things go against them in recent matches. This is a team that has played very well, been very competitive throughout the year, but the results are needed to get into the postseason for the first time.
Let's take a look at some of the players in the spot shadow tonight. And one of the players for Indy 11 specifically has been key to their turnaround from their rough early start.
He'll be coming off the bench tonight. Manuel Arteaga from Venezuela. The 27-year-old has played professionally in his home country, in Italy, in Croatia, in Bolivia, in Belgium, in Portugal. Over 200 pro games around the world, and he's scored goals everywhere he's been. 3 on the season for Indy 11. He has an assist as well. He is a very active player in the final third, and it's a nice weapon to have off the bench if needed tonight.
For the flip side and the home side, Atlanta United 2. Let's focus on the guy who got the equalizer last time out, Darwin Mateus.
A little bit of a slow start for Darwin Mateus in his Atlanta tenure coming in from Venezuela. Experience in the Primera División in Venezuela, but he had a big moment last time out. He earned the penalty. He converted the penalty that earned Atlanta United 2 a much-needed point. He will be vital tonight with Matias Benitez suspended due to a red card. Darwin Mateus will need to spark this attack.
And let's see what the attack looks like around the corner. When we come back, it's starting 11s in the first 45. It's the USL Championship on ESPN Plus. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
You wouldn't put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Coming up on kickoff here in the first 45 between Atlanta United 2 and Indy 11. Let's get you right into the starting lineups for this one. And Jason, when we look at the starting lineups, obviously you look at Atlanta United 2, it's going to be one way. Indy 11, there's some different faces here, no doubt.
Yeah, they've thrown us off just a little bit with the Indy 11 lineup today. This happens sometimes in midweek matches after weekend action. Jordan Hamilton making his 5th start of the season. Eric Dick in goal, his 1st start of the season, 4th start at the pro level. Jeremiah Guchar, his 2nd start of the season. Peter Lee Vassell, his 3rd start of the season. A lot of new faces, but some fresh legs in the lineup on a Wednesday night.
That's what it looks like for Indy 11. Let's go to the flip side and the stripes for Atlanta United 2. A thin bench tonight for Jack Collison, but when you look at this starting 11, what do you see?
The flip side for Atlanta United 2 is that this is a group that has played together a lot. There's a lot of chemistry with this group. They've been very close to going on a run of results, but it's been little mistakes here and there. Daniel Sabatu coming into the lineup, got a goal last time out. Can he add a second tonight?
And that is what we're looking at for the starting 11s, and we are underway here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium as you're watching here in the first 45. Indy 11 in their all-whites. They're going to be going from left to right. Atlanta United 2 in their black with the red stripes. They're going to be going from your right to your left. All the way back to Bradley Camden Feo for his first touch, and Rocco Rios Novo.
It's a new center back pairing tonight for Atlanta United 2. Bryce Washington playing in his more familiar center back role, with Atlanta United playing in Nashville tomorrow night in MLS play, and a very short bench for them. A number of players who have featured here for the Twos are going to be with the MLS side in Tennessee tomorrow night.
Pressure early on from Mateus. Segrist looking to go up the channel to find Vassell, and he does. Bryce Washington gets back. Gets in the way, Vassell chasing, and Rocco Rios Novo will pounce on it as we start the second minute. 1 minute gone here in Kennesaw here midweek.
Vassell's made a name for himself with the Jamaican national team, scoring goals for them. Had some time with LAFC, had some time with Phoenix Rising. Big opportunity for him tonight.
Opportunity for Indy 11 up and over. Jordan Hamilton whiffs on it. It's going to be a goal kick for Atlanta United 2.
Hamilton was looking for the spectacular, trying to take that out of the air. Let's jump into the keys for Indy 11. It's getting back to basics, and with so many new faces, they're going to have to roll with some of the mistakes that will happen with a new group on the field. On the Atlanta United 2 side, they've got to find a way to just deal with some of the results, some of the mistakes, some of the things that have cost them points this season. They've got to shake that off. And then the life of Riley, it's Will Riley's last game with Atlanta United 2. He'll be headed to Stanford University in the fall. Over 2,400 minutes here with Atlanta United 2, 34 matches, his 35th tonight. He's been a mainstay in the midfield coming out of Atlanta United's academy.
It's been great to see his game continue to grow and evolve over the last handful of seasons, and we'll get one last chance tonight before he heads off to the Pac-12. Sabatu had it, lost it. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta United 2, as it was last touched by Jared Timmer, so it'll be a throw coming into the attacking third. Mateus couldn't quite hang on to it as he tried to turn the corner, so it'll be a throw for Gordon Weil in Indy 11. Referee tonight, the man in the middle, there he is, Sergei Demyanchuk. Your assistants, Zeno Cho and Austin Holt. Your fourth official tonight is Kyle Johnston. Mateus looking to turn on Guchar. Gets out of a big jam there, gets around the corner, inside the area, kept possession and up into the air. As Indy 11 tries to clear, they can't. It's going to be a goal kick. Eric Dick, the Butler University product. One of 3 players with Indiana ties as a part of Indy 11. And Jason, as you mentioned in the looking at the starting lineups, it's his first start of the season. For For Indy 11 coming in, no Neville Hackshaw. He's on international duty. Injuries have taken out another couple of players. And just a rotated side in general. So we get ready for the 5th minute here. Robbie Mertz gets it from Aiden McFadden. He'll go back to Bryce Washington. Chris Allen finds Bradley Camden-Feo. Caleb Wiley intercepted. Indy 11 now with it. Looking to turn Nicky Law. And then picked off by Bryce Washington. Well done there.
Love that from Bryce Washington. He didn't just step up and try to blast it away. He tried to carry it forward.
Sergei Demyanchuk calls Darwin Mateus for the foul as he and Guchar collided. Take another look at it, and there's your collision and the whistle.
Yeah, Mateus goes in pretty hard there on Guchar.
Mertz, too much for Daniel Sabatu, goes all the way back to Eric Dick, and they'll come back out very, very quickly. Patrick Segrist. Vossel looking into the middle, looking for Hamilton. He finds Chris Allen instead. Camden-Feo to Wiley. Looking to turn on Reese Buckmaster. Buckmaster interrupted. Allen's there to gain it back for Atlanta United 2. Wiley, nice touch. Connor Stanley tries to send Wiley. He got there. They're going to say goal kick. Last touch by Atlanta United 2.
That's the second one that's come back off an Atlanta player and out for a goal kick. Nice interplay with Stanley and Wiley. The slide just threw Wiley off by enough. Excellent work by Jared Timmer, one of the Butler connection here for Indy 11.
Sent forward by Eric Dick towards center circle. Nicky Law was there. It's going to stick with Indy 11. Can he keep it from going out? Segrist can. Sends it forward with the left. Bryce Washington will try to corral it. Get it back to Rocco Rios Novo. And that's a wild idea. Tracked down by Rios Novo just in time. Big chance there from Indy 11.
Washington played it into the safe spot. He couldn't play it straight back to Rios Novo because of the pressure. Had to play it into open space. That's a lot of trust in your goalkeeper, Rocco Rios Novo, who's excellent with the ball at his feet.
No question. Bradley Camden-Feo forward with the left. Sabatu backtracking, but Indy 11 will come out with it. Two Indy 11 players collide. Here comes Chris Allen with a lot of room and ahead of steam. Tries to get it to Connor Stanley, but Buckmaster will get there first. It looked like Buckmaster touched it last. Connor Stanley lobbying for it, but it's going to be a goal kick as ordered by Demyanchuk.
Chris Allen asking a lot of Connor Stanley on that run. Reese Buckmaster had the positioning, able to shield that one out.
There's your interim head coach for Indy 11, Max Rogers. Took over from Martin Rennie after a 3-game losing streak. The third game in that losing streak was a 3-0 loss to Pittsburgh. And since Rogers has come on, they've got one tick in each column since he took over, a win, a loss, and a draw.
When an interim manager comes in like Max Rogers, it's just about getting back to the basics and getting back to the identity of who Indy 11 is. This is a veteran-laden team, a lot of players with a lot of top experience, a team that's expected to be in the playoff mix, and honestly, a team that's expected to be in the trophy mix. They haven't been there in a little while, and we'll see if Max Rogers can push the right buttons to get them there.
Nicky Law wins it away from Will Riley, goes down the left channel, tries to send it into the area. Hamilton tried to swing at it with the left, didn't get all of it. Deflected, comes back out for Atlanta United 2 and Chris Allen.
Camden-Feo, great positioning for it. I think Hamilton got a pretty good bit of it, but Camden-Feo got even more of it with the block.
Into the middle for Allen. Looking to Caleb Wiley. Wiley with a lot of room. As Connor Stanley to his left, puts it into the middle. Mateus wants to size up the left. He does. Block, kick back out. Wiley give to Stanley now inside the area. Connor Stanley to Mateus up and over. Looking for McFadden at the back post. Can't quite control it. Goal kick.
Atlanta United 2 is focused on the left side thus far. Aiden McFadden has been begging for service. This one is played to him. It's a little heavy for him to get to. He takes his time getting back to his feet after going for the spectacular effort to keep that one in.
Hard contact on the turf here at on the grass here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Shook it up a little bit. Now he's working his way back down. There's Jack Collison, head coach for Atlanta United 2. Took over for Tony Annan as Tony Annan took a position to be the new head coach at the University of South Carolina. Rios Novo to Bryce Washington. And it's been great to see Jack Collison put his early stamp on his vision of what he'd like Atlanta United 2 to be on the pitch.
Yeah, he really wants this team to be able to play fast while also doing the things that have made Atlanta United what they are at the academy level, at the Atlanta United 2 level, and at the MLS level. They want to control games, but Jack Collison definitely wanting this team to pick up the pace.
Well, Riley tries to force a turnover. Last touched by Riley. It's going to be a throw in for Indy 11 as we're heading toward minute 11. Goal is here on a busy night midweek here in the USL Championship. We'll give you some of the scores from in and around the league at the half, including one game that got an early start because of Tropical Storm Elsa, with the Charleston Battery having a 4 o'clock kick this afternoon out at Patriots Point. A.J. Cochran back to Eric Dick Mateus, buzzing the tower, forces Dick into a decision quickly, almost turned over to Atlanta United 2. The pressure was there for the Stripes.
Great pressure from Darwin Mateus. You're going to play up top in an Atlanta United team. You're going to be expected to defend. Mateus nearly forces the turnover.
Turnover force there. Allen cuts it back to his right. McFadden tries to get it away from Patrick Segrist. Quick passes in short space. Indy 11 come out with it. Here's Peter Lee Vossel.
Outstanding ball by A.J. Cochran to open things up to Vossel.
Hamilton looking to get to it off of the pass. Nicely done there by Bradley Camden-Feo to stem that run from Indy 11.
El Capitan Bradley Camden-Feo will play anywhere on the field that Jack Collison needs him to play. As a center back tonight, read that one perfectly well, started the counter.
Wiley looks to get it past Buckmaster. He does not. It'll be a throw for Indy 11. Quick note, since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Gordon Wild with the left, switch over to Patrick Segrist getting into the play. And there's Vossel. McFadden on him. Back to Nicky Law. Vossel, top of the box looking for Gordon Wild, finds him. A lot of Stripes closing down on him back. And it cycles back to Gordon Wild. Well defended there by Will Riley.
Gordon Wild has been a goal scorer in this league with Loudoun United. He scored a goal with Atlanta United 2 in 2019 as well. But he creates chances. Wearing the number 10 shirt, it's not an accident for Indy 11. Top chance creator.
Foul called on Sabatu as he tried to get the ball away from Jared Timmer.
Timmer knew he was in a tough spot here. Sabatu with the hook grabbed him just enough. Timmer earns the free kick. Very smart from Jared Timmer.
Guchar to Vossel. Finding Gordon Wild. Cuts it back, sets it up with the left. Rocco's right there.
Didn't catch it clean, Gordon Wild. Rocco Rios Novo had it all the way. But Indy 11 starting to find some options in the attacking half now as we get into the 14th minute.
Chris Allen got away from Gerson Kofi. Gets away from Vossel, and he's got a head of steam. Has some partners to his left, finds one in Mateus. Mateus has Stanley to his left. Connor Stanley. Top of the 6, knocked away. Well done by Indy 11 there. First touch all the way out to Hamilton. And here comes Gordon Wild.
4-on-3 for Indy.
Stepping in nicely, Bradley Camden-Feo.
Now numbers going the other way for Atlanta.
McFadden. It's got Robbie Mertz to his right, heavy touch. Going to come back the other way. Vossel. Bryce Washington on him. Gordon Wild, top of the box, wants to set up with that left. Too much for Nicky Law. Can he track it down before it goes out? Yes, he can. Washington on Lawson all the way back out to Segrist.
Wild had Jordan Hamilton on the right side for a split second.
Looking for Hamilton again, just over him, and Rocco Rios Novo's there on the one hop.
As Atlanta was recovering to get into position, they took the option away from Hamilton, but they give the ball away here.
Vossel finds Hamilton. Vossel gets it back, cuts it back, and interrupting there once again, Bradley Camden-Feo.
Game is wide open in the 15th minute.
Mertz to Will Riley. Chris Allen to Caleb Wiley. Bryce Washington. Back to Rocco Rios Novo. You'll notice the grass here filling in as they're changing it from rye to Bermuda. It's grown in a lot in the last week, grown in a lot in the last couple of days, especially over the last handful of weeks as they're changing it over. Robbie Mertz. Sabatu. Back to Mertz. Tries to send Sabatu down. He'll get there first. In with the right toward the top of the 6. Sent out of the area. Kofi is there. Law and Vossel.
Just enough of a touch. Took that off of the boot of Mateus. Excellent from Guchar defensively.
Throw in by Atlanta United 2 here, minute 17. You hear Jack Collison saying, stay high, stay high.
It's the hallmark of the way Atlanta United is playing in 2021. He wants the wingers high and wide to open up space. They have to trust that the ball will work its way to them rather than coming back, bringing defenders with them, and condensing space.
Allen to Sabatu. Mateus. As Wiley to his left, gives it inside to Connor Stanley, who recovers. Now to Wiley on the outside. Allen has it towards center circle. Will Riley will get back to Bradley Camden-Feo. Wiley couldn't keep it. Kofi and Riley are battling for it. They're going to call a foul on Gerson Kofi.
Will Riley bailing his buddy out, Caleb Wiley, both Atlanta United Academy players. Wiley maybe took a chance he didn't need to there, bringing that back into play to save it. Will Riley earns the free kick.
Camden-Feo sends it long over the top of Sabatu. Will Riley closes, keeps possession for the Stripes. He's got Connor Stanley to his left. That's where he goes. Buckmaster is there. Connor Stanley looking to drive. Get Buckmaster tangled up. Sends in McFadden back post. Can he close the deal? Deflected and cleared. First big chance for Atlanta United 2. Eric Dick comes up big, but it's a corner for the Stripes.
It's been 18 minutes of setting that up. Atlanta United 2, Aiden McFadden all alone on the backside. This time they get it to him in space, but Eric Dick with the huge save on the near post.
Let's take another look at it. There's McFadden all by his lonesome.
First touch let him down just a little bit. Dick was able to make the save. Spectacular from A.J. Cochran to be sure of it going wide.
Short corner. Mateus wants to set up the left, goes far post, up and over everything. Goal kick for Indy 11. For the W, the USL recently announced the formation of the USLW League, providing increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs from across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, the W League set to begin play in 2022 in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to USLWleague.com to learn more. Eric Dick into it with the right, but Robbie Mertz will be there first. Tries to keep it in, he does, but it ends up in Indy 11's possession. Mertz not giving up on it, chasing after Vossel.
Robbie Mertz is a spark plug. Been great for this team to get him healthy, get him playing consistently. Brings an attitude and a personality to the pitch that rubs off on some of his young teammates.
Kofi to Nicky Law, center circle. Chris Allen was chasing. Touch gets away from Indy 11. As Law was looking for Vossel, McFadden will spin away. He'll give to Chris Allen, and Atlanta United 2 will reset. Camden Feo up to Mateus. Going to call a foul on Guchar.
Guchar made sure that Darwin Mateus couldn't turn and leave him.
Back to the captain and Caleb Wiley now. And Caleb Wiley goes back to Rocco Rios Novo. Bryce Washington. Vossel on him. Law on Allen. Allen up and over the top looking to spring Connor Stanley. Can Stanley get there first? Jousted with Buckmaster. It ends up with Eric Dick.
Connor Stanley got the 1v1 that he wanted. He even got the touch around Reese Buckmaster, but it was too heavy for him to get on the end of it.
Segrist up the channel to Vossel. Nicky Law and Vossel's there past Robbie Mertz.
Great ball from Law.
Vossel. Push. Hamilton blocked. Second chance. And the flag is up.
Backline held. The 1-2 with Vossel and Law opened everything up, but Jordan Hamilton just a little early on the run. Rocco Rios Novo made the save anyway. Second opportunity might have been a little tricky, but the flag was up.
Hamilton tied with Manuel Arteaga for the lead in goals for Indy 11 so far with 3, and they're going to call a foul on Atlanta United 2. As Jared Timmer was chasing after it for Indy 11. Patrick Segrist. He'll go back to A.J. Cochran. Touches too much. As Kofi was looking for Jared Timmer, and it's going to be a throw for Atlanta United 2 here in the attacking third.
Bit of a gift for Atlanta United 2. Let's see what they can make of it.
Kofi with Allen. Foul on Nicky Law over Will Riley.
Opportunity here to get numbers forward. Bryce Washington, dangerous target on these. Bradley Camden Feo has a goal this season on a set piece. Aiden McFadden coming over to potentially deliver this. He's been a weapon as a target on set pieces as well, but he looks like he might be playing the role of provider this time around.
Let's see what Aiden McFadden has in mind here. 2 guarding for Indy 11. And a lot of folks at the top of the box. Quick entry to Robbie Mertz. He's got Sabatu to his right. Brings it back, chips it into the 6, headed over the bar. Good idea by Robbie Mertz. Another opportunity there for Atlanta United 2 as Bryce Washington got engaged in the play.
Well, creativity on the set piece this time around. Everything initially was a diversion, created the opportunity for Mertz. He picked out Bryce Washington at the top of the 6. Bryce unable to redirect that on frame. Bryce Washington getting his first professional games. He joined the team in mid-season after being a big part of Pitt's run to a national semifinal in the NCAA tournament.
Connor Stanley looking to drive on Buckmaster, cuts it back. Sabatu, top of the box, turn, Mertz, McFadden, launch right on Dick's save. Second chance, through and out. Kofi will clear.
McFadden struck it well, but right at Eric Dick, who had the near post covered. Great positioning from the goalkeeper.
Gordon Wild going from one end to the other, pokes it through the 6. And it's going to be a goal kick for Atlanta United, too. One end to the other here.
Gordon Wild unable to make something happen on that end. Let's go back to what happened on the other end. Mertz laid it off. Not a great angle for Aiden McFadden. He hit it very well, but Eric Dick took away the near post option. The positioning from the young goalkeeper, perfect on that occasion.
Caleb Wiley for Atlanta United 2. Tries to get around Gordon Wild, and he does. Looks for Sabatu. Sabatu gains control of it. Back to Bradley Camden-Feo. Bryce Washington into the middle, and Will Riley gets away from Kofi. Nicely done. Caleb Wiley brings it inside, chips top of the area, chested down, and Kuchar will clear. Brought down by Camden-Feo. Riley will try it again. Mertz. Wiley. Connor Stanley looking to turn. Sends it back out to Will Riley. Bradley Camden-Feo. Jack Collison trying to direct a little traffic here. Connor Stanley has it for Atlanta United 2.
It's by design, Atlanta United 2 working the ball on the left side. They want the options, the opportunities to come from the right side where McFadden's been dangerous.
Riley looking for Sabatu, too much. It'll be a goal kick for Indy 11. Now that we passed the quarter pole, partner, what have you seen so far?
Atlanta United 2 started out with a lot of energy, a lot of fire. They've had good chances so far, but Aiden McFadden hasn't been able to beat Eric Dick. Indy 11 has looked dangerous on the break. And with Vossel, with Hamilton, with Wild, those are 3 attackers that don't need a lot of opportunities to ruin your night.
Chris Allen will get there first. Guchar was there for Indy 11. Timmer will send it back to Eric Dick. We'll send it back towards center circle. Chris Allen will get there to help out Bryce Washington.
Good battle tonight for Bryce Washington going up against Jordan Hamilton, player with a couple of MLS Cup rings in his dresser. Not an easy one for Bryce Washington as he moves back to center back tonight.
McFadden, Mertz sends it in, back post, up and over everybody. Buckmaster tries to clear, not all the way out. Caleb Wiley toward top of the 6. Mateus turns on it with the left. Didn't get all of it. It goes right to Eric Dick.
That half clearance, Wiley's eyes lit up. Thought he was going to be able to make something happen there, but he just lost his focus.
Great fighting there with Camden-Feo winning the battle with Hamilton. Stanley looking to turn on Buckmaster and Gordon Wild. Rios Novo and Bryce Washington. Too much for Will Riley, but Darwin Mateus is there. Atlanta United 2's got numbers on that left-hand side. Blocked that time by Buckmaster. Caleb Wiley will let it go out. Throw for Atlanta United 2 deep in the attacking third. Chris Allen. Into the middle of Robbie Mertz. Riley and Allen. Connor Stanley. Back to Allen, who keeps it in. Caleb Wiley with a little bit of room. In with the left, top of the 6. Blocked out by Timmer. Gordon Wild is there for Indy 11.
Wiley went with the low-driven cross that time for Sabatu at the near post. Timmer beat him to the spot.
Segrist and Vossel. too much there as he was trying to find Guchar. Will Riley will track it down.
You look Indy 11 lineup, some of the connections, especially in midfield, are not finding one another, but the work rate's good here as Indy 11 starts a counter.
Vossel up and over Bradley Camden Feo. Gordon Wild will track it down on the corner. Caleb Wiley will mark him. Wild back to Gerson Kofi. Vossel double teamed. And Chris Allen will come out with it for Atlanta United 2. Sabatu tries to get around Timmer. They're going to call Sabatu for the foul.
Smart from Jared Timmer. He was able to get the positioning on Sabatu. Only game number 2 for Daniel Sabatu. Gets that arm extended. That's going to get called every single time. Timmer went down a little awkwardly. Very intelligent center back Jared Timmer.
So as we get close to minute number 31 here, goalless between Atlanta United 2 and Indy 11. Game 2 of a 3-game homestand for the Stripes. 3 games in a week. Visiting this weekend will be Sporting Kansas City 2. McFadden was looking for Sabatu, deflected. Reese Buckmaster will track it down. Connor Stanley in pursuit. But the speed of Caleb Wiley closed that down a little bit. Gordon Wiley comes out with it after a first touch. It was heavy. Nicky Law. Timmer and Kofi. Kofi can't quite control it, but he does gain it back away from Darwin Mateus. Spins out of the mark there. Give to Gordon Wild.
Like a funny hop on Gershon Kofi, but he was able to recover.
Timmer looking for Hamilton. Headed back. Wild sends it from one end to the other with the left. Vossel's with room.
What a left foot from Gordon Wild to open things up.
Vossel looking to drive on Bryce Hamilton. 3 stripes are there, so he'll peel it back to Nicky Law. They'll try it again. Vossel. Bryce Washington was there. Looked like it hit him in the heel. And Aiden McFadden will be there for Atlanta United 2 to start it up again.
Communication good so far with Washington and Camden Feo in the back for Atlanta.
Back to Rocco Rios Novo, Bradley Camden Feo. Mateus. Bumped away by Indy 11. Jordan Hamilton's got a little bit of room. Chris Allen closes that down. Gordon Wild again. Back to Kofi. Timmer. Looks for Vossel, headed down by McFadden, but Segrist jumps into the play and he'll get there. Guchar, Vossel, Hamilton looking to turn. Bryce Washington forces him to the middle and to give up possession. Gordon Wild, they want to set up that left block nicely there by Wiley.
Wiley read the scouting report. Excellent work to get to that spot before Wild could unleash the left foot.
Timmer will go all the way back to Eric Dick. Guchar and Timmer again. Wiley on Kofi. Good work there by Atlanta United 2 to gain possession. Robbie Mertz in the middle.
Opportunity to break.
With the right, deflected, but it's going to be a corner for Atlanta United 2 as we head toward minute 34.
Mertz had the opportunity to potentially bring others into that play. Thought it had opened up enough for him to test Eric Dick. But A.J. Cochran closed down the space and gets the needed block.
There's Darwin Mateus getting ready for the corner. Short corner options, Aiden McFadden. Mateus with the left, back post, easy grab there for Eric Dick.
With a swipe from Eric Dick at Will Riley. Sure if Demyanchuk saw it.
Sabatu challenging Eric Dick, who will send it forward all the way to the back line, up and over, and Bradley Camden-Feo heads it back harmlessly to Rocco Rios Novo. Allen to Sabatu. Connor Stanley looking to turn. Big right. Aiden McFadden with a lot of room here. Segrist is closest. Looking to drive. McFadden sets up with the left. Easy right on to Eric Dick.
Another good hit from Aiden McFadden, but not really putting Eric Dick to work. Shots have been generally right at him. Atlanta United overloading the left side to try to create space for McFadden, with the delivery getting into the final third.
Robbie Mertz gets it back inside, but they can't keep possession. Chris Allen misses there, and here comes Gerson Kofi. He'll find Vossel.
3v3 for Indy.
Vossel tries to cut it to Hamilton. He'll give to Nicky Law. Give and go. Hamilton cuts it back. Nobody there. Gordon Wild tracks it down in the corner. Caleb Wiley's there with him. Taking him a long way back out toward the middle third. Guchar is there. And Cochran center circle. Segrist. Robbie Mertz is on him. Back to Vossel. Nicky Law. Tried to scoop it. Bryce Washington got in the way. Hamilton will get there. Looks to work it in toward the middle, but he'll find Gordon Wild instead. Kofi's idea was blocked. Allen, nicely done to get out of that trouble.
Better from Allen the second time around.
And a foul on Buckmaster as Connor Stanley tried to break.
Reese Buckmaster, with his experience in MLS with the New York Red Bulls, last season with Memphis, prevents the break from Atlanta. When Atlanta United can start to string some passes together in transition, they can really hurt teams. Reese Buckmaster didn't waste any time committing the foul that opportunity.
Camden-Feo found Sabatu, tried to take it back to Stanley, and they're going to call a foul on Atlanta United too. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud Project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. You can learn more at uslsoccer.com/forward-forever-proud. Heading toward minute 38 here in Kennesaw. Goalless between Atlanta United 2 and Indy 11. Sabatu knocked off the ball there, but possession temporarily was with Atlanta United 2. Caleb Wiley had it. Gordon Wild interrupted there, and Indy 11 will come away with it with Nicky Law.
It's a perfectly timed tackle from Peter Lee Vossel on Daniel Sabatu.
Bryce Washington got it away from Jordan Hamilton, but Indy 11 will stick with it. Gerson Kofi, who's played in every match so far this season for Indy 11, except for one. Gives to Patrick Segrist. Segrist looking over the top for Hamilton. Hamilton will chest it down, and the flag is up. Jordan Hamilton wondering why the flag was up, but he was viewed as being offside. So it'll go back to Atlanta United 2 as we head toward minute 39. Camden-Feo with the left, looking for Sabatu. Timmer was there to protect. Allen on Kofi. Back to Guchar. Buckmaster. And Guchar over to A.J. Cochran. He's got Segrist to his left, and that's where he'll go. Segrist will go all the way back to Eric Dick.
Big hole in the middle of the field for Indy. Again, this is not a group that's really played together for Indy 11. Everyone separated out. A.J. Cochran was looking for somebody to check back to him to give him a passing option. Nothing materialized.
And remember, Indy 11 played back on Saturday, played at home, lost to Birmingham Legion 1-0, a goal by Nico Brett. And so this is their midweek match as they get ready. They're going to be at Oklahoma City on the weekend. So both of these teams playing weekend, midweek, weekend here.
Much more rotated group for Indy 11. See what the legs look like in the second half as they get into their bench, and Atlanta United 2 doesn't have much of a bench to get into tonight.
You mentioned that bench, and one of the guys we talked about in the open, Manuel Arteaga, a part of that bench, tied with Jordan Hamilton for leading scorer so far for Indy 11. Nick Moon, one of their forwards, also has scored. He's a part of their bench tonight.
Seasoned veteran and Cammie Smith as well. Atlanta United 2 does get the return on the bench tonight of Philip Goodrum. Haven't seen him since he scored in OKC earlier in the season.
Camden Feo with the left up and over the top finds Chris Allen.
Great run from Allen.
Looking to go on Timmer. Sabatu's there with him, but Allen keeps possession nicely. Switches there, McFadden. Looking to go on Law, sets up with the left up and over to open over the goal, so it'll be a goal kick for Indy 11. Once again, Aiden McFadden wants to set up that left, but just high again.
He set up the left, he set up the right. We know what he can do in the air as well. Aiden McFadden is the danger man for Atlanta United 2 in the attack. Even playing as a right back tonight, it doesn't really change much for the way they want to attack. Robbie Mertz is flared out to the right nominally, but he's going to tuck inside and create that space. Sabatu's up top. Mateus will lean to the left side. Stanley's on the left. Atlanta trying to overload the left to create an option for McFadden on the right side. They've been able to pick him out, but they haven't been able to find the back of the net just yet.
Looking for Vossel. Tries to track it down. Rios Novo gets there to interrupt that idea and pounces on it. Great work from Indy 11 to try to get a shot on net, but Rios Novo recovered.
Rocco Rios Novo keeps his head here. He was caught in between two ideas, it appeared, where he wasn't sure if he was going to come out of his 18 for that initially. Held his ground, dove, got hands on it, was able to gather in the rebound. Rocco Rios Novo, still a teenager. He's on loan from Lanús in Argentina. He is showing a lot of maturity so far this season for Atlanta United 2.
Sixth start for Rios Novo, record of 1-3-1, goals against of 120. He's made 23 saves in those first 5 matches coming into tonight. Mertz gets away from Nicky Law, give to Will Riley. McFadden. Back to Riley, he'll go back to Camden Feo. And Bryce Washington, both center circle. Mertz keeps it away from Siegrist. Looking for Wiley. Buckmaster gets there first. Wild. Foul on Connor Stanley.
That long diagonal is something that Camden Feo and Washington both are going to have to start looking for. It opens the field up. Washington leaves it a little short. It also, and with this group, with Atlanta United 2, it gives them an opportunity to press and try to win the ball back in a dangerous spot. Stanley just a little overly ambitious that time.
Gordon Wild will come down with it, getting away from Chris Allen. Kofi. Timmer. Back and forth with Hamilton. Looking for Buckmaster, and it'll be a throw for Atlanta United 2. 2 minutes plus any added time left here in the first 45. Buckmaster will send it back to Eric Dick. He'll come forward with it. Kofi with the header to advance. Hamilton, Nicky Law to Siegrist. Sends it up the channel. Nicky Law looking for a little help. Bryce Washington is there. Top of the box. Gordon Wild once again wants to set up that left. Cuts it back. Tries to go with the right over the bar. Gordon Wild got forced away from that left. Tried to bring it in with the right. It ends up going over the net. Another Indy 11 opportunity comes up empty as we're heading toward the final minute here in the first 45.
Everything started with the unexpected run from Nicky Law. Picks out Gordon Wild. Wild has the left foot taken away from him, has to go back to the right, and he's falling away as he hits it.
Sabatu turns on Timmer with the nutmeg, but Timmer's there to regain possession for Indy 11.
No credit for the nutmeg if you don't get possession.
True. Vossel, the give and go with Nicky Law. Keeps possession. Washington is there. McFadden is there. Nicely done to gain possession away for Atlanta United 2.
Nice recovery from McFadden.
Mertz into the middle. Mateus. Collision there. Keeps possession in with the right. And it gets to Guchar. It's going to be a corner for Atlanta United 2.
I don't know how much Guchar knew about that. It's a really quick release from Darwin Mateus with his left foot. His first touch was heavy, and he went in strong to win it back with Segrist. He did, and he took a very quick shot with very little backlift that deflects off of Guchar. Good positioning from Guchar. I don't know if he saw that one coming.
Came to him in short order. McFadden sends it in. No added time, and that'll do it. So the first 45 in the books between Atlanta United 2 and Indy 11. Big Central Division battle. And no goals after the first 45. When we come back, we'll let you know what else is going on around the USL. News, notes, stats, info, everything else you need to know about what's going on here in the USL Championship. 45 down here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Atlanta United 2, Indy 11 scoreless. Stick and stay. More from Kennesaw when we return.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
You wouldn't put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Goalless here at the half in the Central Division. And as we've been mentioning coming into the match, there's a lot of teams in a very short amount of space. So let's give you a look at the Central Division standings coming into tonight. And you see all of that, all those teams right there in the middle of things. Birmingham Legion, after a bit of a slow start, they're averaging 2 points a game, 22 points, 2 ahead of Lou City. Then you see FC Tulsa, Indy 11, OKC, Atlanta United 2, all separated by 3 points in positions 3 through 6. Sporting Kansas City 2, who comes to the fraction this weekend right now, 3 points behind Atlanta United 2. Memphis 901 FC, only 9 matches played so far this season. They're 2-4-3. They've got 9 points on the year, and this is coming into tonight. So let's take a look at some of the scores. Big Wednesday night in USL Championship. Some of the other scores from the weekend of note: El Paso knocking off New Mexico United in that derby. That one was 2-1. Hartford over Loudoun United by the score of 2-0. Colorado Springs Rail Monarchs, that one was goalless. This afternoon at Patriots Point, a 4 o'clock start. They moved that up from the evening start because of Tropical Storm Elsa. So Charleston and Pittsburgh, that is a 1-1 draw. That game is complete. Charlotte down early to New York Red Bulls. They've come back. Equalizer from Dane Kelly. They're now up 2-1. That one's in the 55th. And the Miami FC, in a bit of a surprise, leading Tampa Bay by the score of 1-0 at FIU Soccer Stadium. Also tonight at Bold Stadium, Austin is hosting RGV. And at Heart Health tonight, the late night game at 11 o'clock Eastern on ESPN+, it is Sacramento Republic hosting Oakland Roots. That's just a little bit of what's going on in and around the USL Championship. Here's more that you need to know about the league and what's going on.
Hey everyone, this is Oscar Jimenez from Louisville City FC.
Hi, my name is Carl Howarth. I currently play for the Indy 11.
What's up everybody? It's Connor Sparrow with the Miami FC.
Josue Soto checking in here. Austin Bold FC.
Hello guys, this is Luis Herrera from El Paso Locomotive. Just wanted to share with you guys my favorite soccer moment, and that will be the day I made my professional debut for El Paso, which is my hometown.
Anderson swings it in. Barry making the run, gets a deflection. He puts it in. Colorado Springs has its lead. And the save from Cardoni. It's there, and Cardoni with a huge save. Beautiful ball through, and that's in. Brilliant.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
You wouldn't put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Atlanta United 2, Indy 11 goalless here after the first 45. We'll get you set up for the second 45 here in this big Central Division battle in just a little bit. Let's give you what else is going on around the USL Championship currently. A lot of news going on, and some of it comes from Colorado Springs. Switchbacks, they put on a show. First sellout in the downtown facility at Widener Field, 3-1 win over Rail Monarchs. Other news out of Colorado Springs, Haji Berry, one of their offensive stalwarts, signed a new 2-year deal this week, so he'll be around in Colorado Springs for quite some time. Speaking of a veteran who's been around and done really well in USL Championship, Kyle Gregg got his 60th regular season goal for Lou City, scoring twice in the 4-2 win last time out against Sporting Kansas City 2. And with this being the summer of soccer, a lot of stuff going on that you can pay attention to. Cal native Walmer Martinez signed his first professional contract this spring. Now he's representing El Salvador's men's team. So a dual national recruit for Hartford Athletic in Volmer Martinez out of the state of California. Let's take a look at the team of the week and the player of the week here in the USL Championship, presented by our friends at Clear Audio. Here's your team of the week for Week 11. Austin Guerrero in net for San Diego Loyal. San Diego has not lost in their last 8. They've been on a big run out in the Pacific. Defensive 3, Tate Schmidt out of Phoenix. Juan Castillo for Red Bulls 2. Brent Richards out of Orange City, OCSC. Ted Pietro is part of your midfield 4, along with Diouf from Austin Bold, Brian Ownby, who a lot of folks know here on this side of the Mississippi from Lou City, and Rodrigo Lopez out of RGV. Kyle Gregg, we talked about him in News and Notes. Solomon Asante, who's turned into a regular when it comes to discussing this particular page this season in the USL Championship. Dylan Mayers for El Paso is your player of the week right there in the middle for your 3 forwards. For the team of the week, once again presented by our friends at Clear Audio. Let's take a look at the ESPN family of networks and the games coming up. Austin Bold and RGV, that one coming up soon. We talked about Sacramento and Oakland later tonight. New Mexico United, Colorado Springs in the Pacific Division. Real Monarchs and El Paso Locomotive. Real off to a bit of a slow start, catching some good results as of late. That one's on the weekend. And then once again this weekend, next time out, the 3rd game in the 3-game homestand for Atlanta United 2. We'll be back here on the weekend with Sporting Kansas City 2 visiting town. That one is at 7:30. We'll come back to Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Get you ready for the second 45. Goalless between Atlanta United 2 and Indy 11. Stick and stay. More from Kennesaw when we return on ESPN+.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
You wouldn't put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
Welcome back to Kennesaw, getting you ready for the second 45 with Indy 11 and Atlanta United 2. The boys in blue and the stripes, goalless after the first 45, and we'll show you how we got to this particular moment in time with the first half highlights. And, you know, Jason, the game got stretched at points in the first 45, but neither team could take advantage.
Atlanta United 2 with more of the ball, but Indy 11 looking dangerous in space. Gordon Wild, we know what he can do with that left foot. Atlanta United 2 did a better job of shutting it down. Indy knows what Aiden McFadden can do on that right side. Eric Dick was ready for him with 3 saves on McFadden alone. Took away that near post consistently. Eric Dick in his first start of the season, commanding his 18. Very strong performance from him in the first 45. That one didn't quite come off like Atlanta United 2 was looking for. This was Rocco Rios Novo reading it well, holding his ground, not getting rattled in that moment, was able to pounce on the rebound.
And there's your look at the first half stats. This is what we see. What do you think?
12 shots to 5. Atlanta United 2 has been productive in the final third, but not productive enough. Not as much of the possession as it felt like at times. Indy 11 was able to get more of the ball and actually use it to kind of take some of the pressure off at times. Jordan Hamilton offside a couple of times, not quite able to time his runs. If he can get in sync with Wild and with Vassell, Atlanta United 2 will have to be very, very careful.
All right, so you gave us keys looking at the first 45. Let's take a look at what you thought about going into the match. What do you think about the keys as we revisit them getting ready for the second 45?
Well, I think Atlanta United 2 has come out really on the front foot. It's been good to see. I think the frustration from having to fight back to rescue a point against Memphis last week shows, and they're trying to take all three tonight. It's been a good performance straight out of the gate. Will Riley's been heavily involved and very strong. On the other side, Indy 11, considering it is a heavily rotated lineup, they've been doing just fine. The connections haven't quite hit for them yet, but they're keeping their heads and handling things very well.
All right, let's take a look at the next 5 for each of these squads as they get ready for life here in the Central Division. We talked about Indy 11, 3 matches in a week. Their next one's at Oklahoma City. Memphis 901, they get a week for that one. Then they get another week to rest before Birmingham Legion in a tough test. Then 2 on the road, FC Tulsa. And then they come back here to take on Atlanta United 2 back on August the 8th. Now, for the home side Stripes, when you look at their next 5s, we talked about the 3rd game and the 3-game homestand. July the 10th this weekend, 7:30 is Sporting Kansas City 2 comes to town. Then, Jason, a tough one against Lou City a week later.
Tough trip to Louisville. Tulsa comes to town. They've rebounded after a slump early in the season. A trip to Birmingham, and then Indy 11 comes back on August 8th. Atlanta United 2 and Birmingham has really turned into a nice rivalry. Their first trip over to Birmingham was washed away due to a storm. They'll get a chance to try it again on July 31st.
And it's going to be one of 3 matches so far that Birmingham has to make up because of Mother Nature, and it could create some issues in the Central Division when it comes to getting these games squared away, because there's only so much time in the schedule that you can do stuff like this.
Yeah, it's going to create some problems as they try to manage minutes coming forward. We'll have to see how they handle that, because there's only so many game days that they can find.
Some substitutions for Indy 11. It looks like Gordon Wild's night is done after 45 minutes, and so Nick Moon comes in for Indy 11. Nick Moon had started every match for Indy 11 this season coming into tonight, or had been in every match in this season, started 8 of them. And so Nick Moon with a goal and an assist. He will take over for Gordon Wild. And I know that a lot of folks will sit there and say that Gordon Wild's left foot, if you're an Atlanta United 2 fan, Gordon Wild definitely for that second 45 will not be missed. We're joined by Jack Collison down there on the sidelines. Coach, it's John and Jason up here in the booth really quickly. What do you think you need to do to break through here in the second half?
Score a goal would be nice, wouldn't it? But no, they've had some really good moments. Aidan McFadden's obviously looked very dangerous, and Caleb Wiley and Connor Stanley down the left. So we just need to be a bit more clinical and clean-cut in the final third, and obviously for them, they've looked really dangerous in transition, so just trying to be a bit smarter in terms of stopping that.
Happy with how the guys are carrying out the game plan, overloading the left to create space for McFadden on the right?
Yeah, we've been working on it, so it's nice to see it come out in moments. We just need to be a little bit cleaner with our execution, and hopefully we can find a way through.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time, especially as we get ready here in the second 45. We'll be keeping an eye on things upstairs. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you very much.
Jack Collison, head coach for Atlanta United 2, as they are now in the second 45 here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw. Once again, alongside Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Thanks for hanging out with us, however you are doing so, as you're watching here in the second half. Atlanta United 2 in their black uniforms with the red stripe. They're going to be going from your left to the right. Indy 11 and their all whites with their blue stripes and numbers and letters. They're going to be going from right to left. And a foul call as Gerson Kofi hits the deck. 80 seconds in. Here's Buckmaster with the quick start. Get to Jared Timmer, who gets engaged in the play. Back and forth with Hamilton. Kofi to Patrick Segrist. knocked away by Bryce Washington. Well done there as we're getting toward minute 48.
Took a deflection off of McFadden on the initial delivery. Washington couldn't take any chances with Indy 11 players crashing behind him.
So it looks like Nicky Law will be the one taking the corner for Indy 11. Nick Moon initially there if they wanted to go short with it, so it's going to be sent to the top of the 6. Second ball won by Indy 11. Bryce Washington wins the third, gets it out of the area. Chris Allen tries to track it down. He will, and gets away from A.J. Cochran.
Nice to see Bryce Washington winning a couple of aerial duels in that last sequence.
Foul by Nick Moon. He's going to get a bit of a talking to from Sergei Demyanchuk.
Nick Moon, the Wisconsin-Milwaukee product. Been very versatile. He can play really all over the place for Indy 11, and he's played a lot of different spots for them in his 2 years here with the club.
Nicky Law for Indy 11. Sent forward. Hamilton looking to turn. Well defended by Camden Feo. Over there on the side is Segrist, who tries to bring it in. Back post. Rios Novo's there.
Nice footwork from Rocco Rios Novo. Didn't go up too soon. Got his feet steady underneath him. Backpedaled, backpedaled, backpedaled to be able to go up and win that cleanly.
Let's take another look at it. Segrist in with the left. Rios Novo was there.
Steadied himself by backpedaling rather than having to punch it or give away a corner.
Law's got Kofi with him. Give to Nick Moon instead. Moon looking to cut in on Wiley, headed away by the captain. Connor Stanley tries to track it down. He cannot. It'll be a deep throw in the corner for Indy 11.
First touch from Moon was perfect to get into the final third, nearly create an opportunity.
It's going to be a throw in the corner for Atlanta United 2. Moon realized he was in an offside position, had to backtrack.
Atlanta's going to have to find a way out of this corner. Throws can be very dangerous.
It's like having another couple of added defenders there for you in that situation. Moon looked for Hamilton, couldn't quite hang on to it after a heavy first touch.
Nick Moon's brought some life to this Indy 11 attack in the second half.
Sabatu looking to turn on Cochran. Fans want a foul. No call given by Sergei Demyanchuk. Back to Eric Dick, and he'll send it forward center circle. Camden Feo wins the header. And the flag is up as Sabatu came in from an offside position.
Sabatu going through those learning lessons that all young players go through in the USL Championship. How much physical play is allowed, what's frowned upon. Still figuring these things out. He's very young in his career here in the USL Championship. We've seen some really nice sequences from Daniel Sabatu early on, though.
Riley chasing Eric Dick. Very, very compact passing by Indy 11, trying to get out of their own defensive third. Wiley to Allen. Allen couldn't control it. Heavy touch gives back to Indy 11.
Allen just had to stab that away because he didn't want to give Indy the opportunity to break.
Caleb Wiley intercedes, but Indy 11 sticks with it. Hamilton to Nicky Law. Vossel into the middle. Moon back to Vossel. McFadden was there. Players standing around. Indy 11 take advantage of it.
Two Atlanta players caught on their heels, neither step to the ball.
But here comes Robbie Mertz for the Stripes. Darwin Mateus. Stepping in nicely was A.J. Cochran. Indy 11 coming back the other way.
Heavy touch. Mateus showed too much of that to A.J. Cochran. He's going to eat that up every single time.
Connor Stanley on Nick Moon. Moon spins away. Cochran, Nicky Law. Vossel. Cut back on McFadden. Well done by Aiden McFadden, but they're going to call a foul on Atlanta United 2. Set piece opportunity here halfway through minute 52 for Indy 11.
Vassell came across and the ball hopped up on him. It threw McFadden off as well, who went in for the sliding challenge. Mianchuk waited to see if there would be an advantage from it. I'm not sure if McFadden actually touched Vassell.
Didn't look it.
Awkward all the way around, in part due to the ball hopping up off of the surface.
Three players surrounding for Indy 11. It is Jordan Hamilton, it's Nicky Law, and it's Vassell. Up and over.
After a strong first half for Atlanta United 2, Indy 11 has come out and grabbed control of this match in the second half. A lot of it's due to the substitution of Nick Moon, who's kind of changed the rotations a little bit in the attacking half for Indy. But they're just first to most of the 50-50 balls. They're winning the duels here in the second half. Atlanta United 2 needs a bit of a spark.
Caleb Wiley will track it down, let it go for a throw. Mateus looking for Sabatu. Won again by Buckmaster and Indy 11. Just out of Moon's reach, but the slide and the over pursuit by Wiley give Indy 11 another chance at it. But back on the stripes again, Robbie Mertz. Mateus thought he was fouled in the back by Cochran. No foul there, but they're going to get a handball there on Bryce Washington.
Came off of Hamilton, came up into the arm of Washington. His arm was out away from his body. Demjanjuk calls the handball.
And it looks like it's going to be Johnny Fortune checking in for Atlanta United 2. And that's going to be the night for Darwin Mateus at 54 minutes.
Jack Collison sensing the way this is going in the second half. He needs another midfielder. He needs to change up the groupings here just a little bit for the twos. Johnny Fortune is a player who will sit a little bit more in the midfield. This frees up Connor Stanley, Robbie Mertz, Will Riley to step up a little bit more. Daniel Sabatu will stay up high, but it might shackle Indy 11 a little in the attacking half.
Fifth appearance on the season for Fortune. Sent in by Law, headed up top of the sixth. First chance from Fortune, gets the second chance and clears it out of the 18. Robbie Mertz was upended there, no call by Demjanjuk. Indy 11 gets it all the way back to Eric Dick before they recycle possession, and we'll go back to Dick one more time.
Fortune taking up a spot on the left wing, but naturally a player who will sit a little bit deeper.
Sabatu thought about it with the right. Give to Connor Stanley. He's got McFadden to his right. Give to McFadden, cuts it back. What's he going to do with it? Chip, back post, Sabatu just over his head, and they're going to call a foul on Daniel Sabatu inside the 6.
Sabatu over the back of Buckmaster. Just out of reach as McFadden pulled it back to his left foot. Put it up there on the back post to see if Sabatu could go up and get it. Delivery just didn't give him the opportunity to. Buckmaster had the positioning, drew the foul. That's pulled back just a little bit more. Sabatu might have been able to make something happen.
Demjanjuk telling Eric Dick that he has to go back to his previous position to send the ball back in play.
Because it wasn't a goal kick, it was a foul that was called, so it has to at least resemble being in the vicinity of where the foul was.
Yes. Fortune wins it, sends it back down the channel. It'll be a throw in their defensive third, meaning Indy 11. There's Jack Collison up against the Kennesaw Sky here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium tonight. Key matchup here in the Central Division. Two teams in a bit of a log jam from position 3 to 6. A win for either side. Full points can go a long way in getting them north of the playoff bar here. Up and over too much as they were looking for Vassal. Rios Novo's there to track it down fairly easily. A lot of room for McFadden to run. Connor Stanley works it back as an option. McFadden had fortune, and he ends up going back to Will Riley.
This is what Atlanta United 2 can do in the second half. After setting it up consistently in the first half, work the ball down the left, try to find McFadden at the end of the sequence. Caleb Wiley's comfortable doing that as well on the left side. They can work the right and find Wiley at the end of the sequence. Can throw Indy off a little bit if Atlanta's able to show a little more versatility.
Touch from Nicky Law ends up in the hands of Atlanta United 2 with Johnny Fortune. Leaves it back for Connor Stanley. Had Wiley to his left. Back into the middle, Chris Allen. Directing a little traffic, Wiley. Back and forth with Allen. Moon on him. Back to Will Riley. Stanley back and forth with McFadden. And they'll go back to Bryce Washington. Will Riley. Bradley Camden Feo. Wiley. It's past Moon, but it's going to stick with Atlanta United 2 for a throw here early minute 59. Sabatu. Wiley as a cutter, kept it. Top of the box, Connor Stanley. Give to Fortune. Stanley ends up with it after a deflection, but he can't hang on to it. Nicky Law ends up with it. Indy 11 tries to come through. Atlanta United 2 regains possession. Robbie Mertz. McFadden tried to force it in, deflected back out to Allen. He's got Wiley if he wants to look to his left. Mertz turns. McFadden on Siegrist through the 6 looking for Sabatu, and it was last touched by Jared Timmer. It'll be a corner kick for Atlanta United 2.
Nice patience from Atlanta United 2. Tough to find the space as they pinned Indy deep. Connor Stanley was trying to find it at the top of the 18 on the previous sequence. Couldn't get the shot off, but recovering possession, now earning a corner.
Short corner. Mertz back to McFadden. In with the right into the 6th. Bryce Washington was there for the header, just missed it, and it ends up with Eric Dick.
Well done by Eric Dick. He's gotten those crosses right every time tonight. Just gets in front of Bryce Washington and gathers that one in easily.
And remember, this is his first start of the year. Jordan Farr has started 8 of the 11 coming in. Bobby Edwards, who is the second keeper tonight, has started the other 3. So this is Eric Dick's first start of the season.
Had a couple of matches in USL Championship last year. One time with Sporting Kansas City in 2019 in MLS. Looks like a seasoned professional tonight.
Wiley nicely done to get it away from Kofi.
Ooh, that was missed badly, I think. Right in front of us.
Yep.
Caleb Wiley was able to step in front, win it, and keep it in. Jimmy Onchuk saying that he saw it. We'll look at it right here. I don't know how that ball is entirely over the end line. The AR immediately called it. The AR was on the other end of the field, but maybe 25 yards away.
Yeah, and it happened, as you said, it happened right in front of us here.
No hesitation. Nice idea from Caleb Wiley. Didn't come off.
Cochran. Timmer.
Great pressure. Great pressure from Atlanta United 2 in waves. Very organized.
McFadden. Riley. Big switches there. Wiley. He'll track it down. Buckmaster defending. Give to Mertz. Mertz gets away from Moon. Wants to set up the right block nicely, but he keeps possession to Chris Allen. Right on. Chris Allen to Eric Dick. Big save by Eric Dick for Indy 11 halfway through minute 62.
Recovery from Nick Moon as Robbie Mertz shook him and created the space for a right-footed shot. The rebound ended up falling to Allen, who hit it well with his right foot, but Dick covering the near post.
We call a foul on Atlanta United 2 there as A.J. Cochran is down. Note of programming, tune into ESPN2 Saturday, July 17th as the USL on ESPN Plus continues with a Mountain Division clash. Colorado Springs Switchbacks in the new Widener Field downtown step into the national spotlight, welcoming San Antonio FC for a 2 p.m. Eastern matinee as we take another look at the foul from Sabatu there. 2 p.m. Eastern matinee. Don't miss a second on Saturday, July 17th at 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Mertz in pursuit, 2-on-2 over there. The touchline up into the air, won by Indy 11. The back and forth continues with Bryce Washington. Well done by Johnny Fortune to jump in the play. Gets it through. Cochran sends it with the right. Thought about it. Thought about chipping it over the bar and just missed.
Outstanding from a Johnny Fortune to step up and win it. Played into space for himself. Decides to have a go with the floater. He beat Eric Dick with that, but couldn't keep it under the crossbar. Brilliant from a Johnny Fortune.
Giveaway. Moon tracking down Camden Feo. Cut back in for the visitors, and Indy 11 get it in the back of the net. A turnover ends up being costly. Jordan Hamilton with his 4th on the season in minute 64. It's 1-0 to Indy 11.
That's how fast it can happen. Atlanta United 2 with a nice opportunity the other way. Indy 11 wasting no time, immediately attacking off the goal kick. Nick Moon, who's been the spark plug in the second half, perfectly weighted ball to the near post. Jordan Hamilton in all kinds of space as Atlanta's back line lost track of the runners. Too easy for Jordan Hamilton at the near post. Great ball and run from Nick Moon.
There's your goal scorer, Jordan Hamilton. How does Atlanta United 2 respond? That's the next question here. And it looks like Max Rogers is going to make some substitutions for Indy 11. And that's going to be the night for Peter Lee Vossel, Cammie Smith. Jason, someone that you mentioned that was on the bench tonight. So that's going to be it for Vossel. And Manuel Arteaga, who we talked about in the Open, is going to come in for Jordan Hamilton. So the firepower that you talked about in the Open's coming out here in minute 65.
Cammie Smith, a 25-year-old from Aberdeen, Scotland. He got his career started at Aberdeen FC. Over 250 games in Scotland and Ireland, a very seasoned veteran at 25. And then Manuel Arteaga comes in. Hamilton had his 4th goal of the season just a minute ago. Arteaga has 3. He's going to want to keep pace, and he has scored everywhere he has been in his career. And he's a well-traveled player, a very good player, very complete forward, Manuel Arteaga. Danger to come off the bench for Indy.
So let's see how the Stripes respond here, down 1-0. They've already used one substitute, a Johnny Fortune in. Very short bench tonight, and here comes Indy 11 again. Moon, Arteaga over him. Deflected, Rios Nova will track it down.
The spacing, the positioning for Atlanta United 2 was all over the map that time around. There's plenty of time. They don't have to overextend themselves to try to find an equalizer too quickly here.
Indy 11 saying that it was last touched by Atlanta United 2. Atlanta United 2 saying it was Cammie Smith who last touched it.
They were able to lobby themselves into the throw.
I was thinking about it. Thank you. I was thinking about it.
Sergei Demyanchuk didn't want Indy 11's substitutes warming up behind the end line.
Got into a discussion with Carl Ouimet for Indy 11 there.
think Carl we might have been joshing Sergei Demyanchuk just a bit.
Moon tries to track it down. He can't keep it from going over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Rocco Rios Novo in minute 67. And there's Nick Moon, the catalyst for Indy 11 so far in the first 15 or so minutes here. First 20 minutes here in the second half for Indy 11.
The challenge for Atlanta United, too, is Indy has come out in the second half and had more of the momentum. Atlanta United, too, had had a couple of nice sequences of play, the great opportunity from a Johnny Fortune, but Indy hits them with the counterpunch and then goes to the bench to bring on fresh legs, which ups the pace even more. Atlanta United, too, has to have patience here. They have to stay calm and continue what was working really well in the first half.
Caleb Wiley looking for Sabatu. Robbie Mertz comes away with it. He's got a Johnny Fortune in the play. Thought about a cutting Connor Stanley inside the area, swept away, but Caleb Wiley will track it down. Chris Allen looking to go on Nicky Law with the left, blocked. A lot of folks were calling for hand there. No call from the official. Inside, Fortune saved Eric Dick. Going to be a corner for Atlanta United too, but that looked like contact from Indy 11.
Johnny Fortune is finding some dangerous spots for Atlanta United too. Eric Dick with a huge save. That was the shot that could have been a handball. That angle, we couldn't see it. Looked like the arm got out away from his body from Timmer from our angle initially. But Johnny Fortune ended up with a great opportunity.
And Eric Dick is there to grab the corner for Indy 11.
Eric Dick with another big save. Johnny Fortune got into the corner of the 6. And Eric Dick got his hand up, made the save, again at the near post.
Caleb Wiley comes away with it for Atlanta United too. Robbie Mertz. Kofi was there, protecting the area. Fortune looking for Connor Stanley. Touch was too heavy. Here comes Indy 11. Cammie Smith cuts it back to keep possession. Nicky Law. Kofi and Allen jousting. Sabatu comes away with it. Give to Allen. Allen looking to charge. He's got Fortune to his left. Continues to work. It's Buckmaster. Gets it back in return. We'll try it again. Connor Stanley. Robbie Mertz. Back to Stanley. Nicky Law is there, and it goes back to Indy 11. Camden Feo positioned nicely as he's battling with Arteaga. It's going to go to Indy 11, but well done by the captain there to keep it from being a break.
Camden Feo would not let Arteaga get around him. Demyanchuk pointing at Aiden McFadden. I'm not really sure what any of that had to do with anything, really. Not sure why the referee is pointing at players like that and stopping play to admonish something that no idea what he was admonishing.
Into the middle, Nick Moon. Top of the area. They tried to turn Arteaga. Sabatu was there, but he couldn't keep it. Kofi. A lot of back and forth here. Chris Allen will spring a Johnny Fortune. Kofi in pursuit for Indy 11. Fortune cuts it back to his right. Sends it off the post. Mertz chips it. Back post. Headed away Indy 11. And Cammie Smith will come out for the visitors. Good work by Chris Allen to keep it away from Arteaga, and Atlanta United, too, will keep possession here, minute 72.
Segrist stepped in front of McFadden on that floated delivery to the backside. Eric Dick might have gotten a hand on that shot from Fortune. But Johnny Fortune has been a spark for Atlanta in the attack tonight.
Riley, Mertz, back and forth. Good work by Will Riley to get away from Indy 11 defense. Caleb Wiley to Mertz. Allen, McFadden. Segrist was on him. Heavy touch from Allen. McFadden's got to track this down. Allen gets away from Nicky Law. Finds Caleb Wiley. Buckmaster is there to defend. Wiley looking to drive off of Buckmaster. Connor Stanley turns! Connor Stanley with the 360 gets it in with the right above Eric Dick. There's your equalizer in minute 73. The Stripes come back. We're tied at 1.
Atlanta United 2 staying with it after conceding against the run of play. Caleb Wiley drives into the 18. His cross is deflected, but Stanley just takes a touch to settle himself, turns and hits. No chance for Eric Dick to get there. Atlanta United 2 has it level at 1s.
And another substitution for Indy 11. Abubakar Sissoko is now in. And he's replacing Jeremiah Gutjar here for the final 17+ minutes.
Sissoko coming off a season in the Canadian Premier League last year, his first professional season.
Buckmaster. Moon tries to flick it forward. He and Fortune both hit the deck. No whistle.
Fortune just stayed with it. Buckmaster kind of fell into him looking for the foul. Fortune just held his ground and made sure that Buckmaster couldn't get on the end of that.
Springs Arteaga, and the flag is up.
Bryce Washington, Caleb Wiley holding their nerve there. Holding their ground as Arteaga split them. Referee's flag, assistant referee's flag went up very quickly. No hesitation from him.
Allen gets away from Nicky Law briefly. I'll go back to Rocco Rios Novo. Camden Feo halfway through minute 75. Tied at 1s. Caleb Wiley finds Robbie Mertz. Good work by Will Riley so Atlanta United 2 could keep possession. Back to Camden Feo and Rocco Rios Novo. Bryce Washington, 4th start in a row for Atlanta United 2. Stanley looks to spring Mertz. Can he get there? Stays with it, but Eric Dick will get there first and send it forward into the middle third. Camden Feo will track it down.
Wasn't textbook from Connor Stanley, but a little bit of street ball, just flicks it into space for Robbie Mertz to chase. Almost found him.
Substitution for Atlanta United 2. Looks like it's Alexander Garuba coming in for the final 15 minutes. And he's going to be replacing Daniel Sabatu. Garuba, Jason, someone you've been really high on when he was picked up by Atlanta United 2.
Yeah, Garuba's brought a lot of energy off the bench, but I want to talk about Sabatu first. He was alone a lot tonight, especially in the second half, as Atlanta United 2 had to play from a little bit deeper position to defend the changes that Indy made. Sabatu reacted pretty well. He's primarily played on the wing in the academy. He showed a little bit of an ability to hold up play and bring others into the game. Really impressive composure from Daniel Sabatu. Just turned 16 not that long ago in his second professional start. Garuba comes in from Center College. He's capable of some spectacular moments in the attacking half. He will shoot from anywhere with inside 35 yards.
Sergei Demyanchuk called advantage. Launch wide. The idea was there from Cammie Smith. He figured why not? Wound up with the right just wide of net halfway through minute 76.
Knew that Rocco Rios Novo was off his line just a bit. Cammie Smith didn't hit it as cleanly as he would like. You guys out there watching might want to call your friends. We could be in for a wild finish between these two.
Foul called on Atlanta United, too. It's going to be a throw, sorry. It's going to stick with the visitors here. Poke forward, Nicky Law. Cut back, looking for Arteaga, who does track it down. Mertz defending. Back to Law. McFadden on him. Arteaga up and over. He'll give to Buckmaster. Top of the box. Garuba got in the way. Allen will clear, but not all the way out. Indy 11 resets. Timmer caught from behind by Garuba.
Alexander Garuba trying to make something happen. Just a little too much there, but Indy gives it away on the free kick.
Thought about a quick start, turned into a bad idea. There's the speed you were talking about with Alexander Garuba.
Great ball by Wiley down the line.
Garuba looking to cut it in. Step over. Top of the 6 with the left through everybody. Siegrist is there for Indy 11. McFadden gets there first. Riley. Into the corner. Fortune with the right, looking for Garuba, top of the 6th, headed away by Indy 11. Chris Allen for Atlanta United 2. Give to Caleb Wiley. Sissoko tracking him down. Back to Camden Feo. Allen. Heavy touch to Stanley. Stanley tries to get with it and stick with it. Sissoko ends up with it for Indy 11, but they lose possession to McFadden again. Directing a little traffic, thought about the entry, kept it. Back to Will Riley. Riley to Fortune. Looking to get Mertz on a drive. Sissoko's there to intercede. Blocked by Fortune, it'll be a goal kick for Indy 11. Quickly, if you're on the road and you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM-FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio. Featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, the brand new USL All Access show. We'll get back to this in just a sec. Here's Nick Moon. Moon steps away from Camden Feo. Caleb Wiley is there. And Atlanta United 2 will have possession all over again.
Moon jumped inside of Camden Feo. There was no contact. Atlanta United 2 recovered possession, and here they come into the attacking half.
Connor Stanley tries to get through Indy 11. Sissoko is there, center circle for the visitors. Nicky Law on Riley. Cammy Smith, Stanley on him. To the back line, they'll go all the way back to Eric Dick. Reese Buckmaster. Kofi. Good work by Wiley to get it away. Robbie Mertz is there. Moon wanted a foul, didn't get one for Indy 11.
Demjanjuk said that Wiley got a little bit of the ball. I'm judging from his hand signals. I'm not 100% sure that he did. Moon nearly got to it.
Buckmaster on Fortune. Back to Rio Sanovo. Camden Feo, 10 minutes plus any other added time to go here. Indy 11 had a 1-0 lead. The equalizer by Connor Stanley 7 minutes ago.
What a turn from Will Riley.
Riley finds Fortune. Wiley off to his left. What does a Johnny Fortune want to do? He keeps driving, finds Wiley, edge of the area, sent in top of the 6 through everybody. McFadden's there. Wants to settle. Work with the left, chip top of the 6. Garuba was there. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Garuba just unable to redirect that. Just wanted to glance it. Change the direction of the ball from McFadden. Great turn at midfield by Will Riley. That's the confidence that we have watched Will Riley develop over a couple of years here in the USL Championship. To turn in that space, to open the field up, because if he gets that wrong, it's immediately Indy attacking. He has the confidence to pull that off and start the break.
Moon turns on Wiley. Cycles through the gears. Give to Arteaga wide. chance.
Washington was there challenging. Arteaga was able to get a look. But Bryce Washington doesn't win the tackle, but he does enough to throw Arteaga off.
Let's take another peek.
The interplay, Arteaga getting in behind, but Washington coming across, not going into the body of Arteaga, getting in front, just giving him something to think about as he's lining up the shot.
Mertz tries to get away from Cammie Smith. Back to Bryce Washington and Chris Allen. Connor Stanley with a bit of a deke to change direction. Can McFadden track it down? Not in time for it to get to Eric Dick first. Halfway through the 83rd minute. Segrist sends it forward. Bryce Washington will get there first. Nicky Law hounding him. There'll be a throw for Indy 11.
Ball was given away, but the hesitation from Washington created the space. Law flew past him. Washington was able to connect that pass. Atlanta United 2 has another opportunity to attack.
Buckmaster back to Timmer. Garuba in pursuit back to Eric Dick. Fortune was pursuing as well. They're going to say it was last touch by Timmer. It'll be a throw for the Stripes.
These are the sequences when that pressure from Garuba happens and Fortune recognizes it to go help. Atlanta forces a turnover.
Robbie Mertz keeps possession, wants to set it up with the right. Couldn't quite get the trigger pulled, and coming back the other way is A.J. Cochran. But McFadden is there. He'll get possession. Chipped. Garuba header. One save by Dick halfway through the 84th.
Garuba placed that header right where he wanted, low into the corner. Eric Dick gets across and pushes it wide. Beautiful ball from McFadden. Garuba doesn't get it quite as low as he wanted. Dick's able to make the save. But Atlanta United 2 forcing the turnover with pressure consistently tonight.
McFadden changes positions with a Johnny Fortune. Smith and Sissoko up for Indy 11. Robbie Mertz just outside the area, blocked by Nicky Law. He's feeling that one a little bit.
Right between the shoulder blades.
A Johnny Fortune to Wiley. They'll work their way backward a little bit to maintain possession. Sends Sissoko chasing, goes back to Rocco Rios Novo. Bradley Camden Feo surveying. Give to Fortune. Space for the captain. He's got Wiley to his left. A long run by Camden Feo, but taken away by Kofi. Sissoko. Cammie Smith. Kofi, Nicky Law. Smith finds the open space, and it's Patrick Segrist. Moon. Arteaga. Well done by Camden Feo and McFadden to close the door. Garuba. He'll keep possession for the Stripes halfway through the 86th minute.
Garuba just stuck with it. He tried to lay it off. It didn't come off. He had to keep fighting back for it, but he ultimately won possession.
Riley looking for Stanley, too much on it, but Bryce Washington will get it. Center circle. Arteaga tries to get it away from him. They're going to call a foul on Arteaga.
Washington just kept trying to bring that under control with Arteaga closing. Able to do enough to earn the free kick right at midfield. Washington just popping it up, trying to get around, couldn't do it, earns the free kick.
Camden Feo. Fortune tries to turn. Back and forth with Caleb Wiley.
Both teams looking for 3 points here. Neither one's going to settle for only one.
Nicky Law trying to get it away from Robbie Mertz. Forced all the way back to Rios Novo. Allen checking over his left shoulder to see what kind of real estate he had. Give to Will Riley.
Not enough on it from Riley as Fortune had made the run for him. Atlanta United worked back to create the space going forward. They just weren't able to exploit it.
Nick Moon looking to drive on McFadden. Has a little bit of space. Well done to get in the way. They're going to have to go back a little bit. Segrist up and over, headed down. Nicky Law saved in the middle of it all. Arteaga is there and saved by Rocco Rios Novo. Chaos inside the 6.
Rocco Rios Novo, brave right here. He makes the initial save on Law's shot, goes to the feet of Arteaga, fights for it, and gets it. What a save on the first one from Nicky Law, and he's able to keep his head and go to the feet of Arteaga to deny him. Rocco Rios Novo, save of the week consideration right there. Clip it.
Allen back to Rios Novo. Final 2 minutes plus any time added. Buckmaster creates a turnover. Arteaga wants to cut it back with the left. Top of the box with the right wide.
Washington got the touch. He wasn't able to win possession cleanly against Arteaga, and he's feeling the effects of it. But Washington made that far more difficult for Manuel Arteaga.
The United Soccer League All 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Turnover. Here comes Sissoko. Save Rios Novo again.
I think it took a deflection as well. Atlanta United 2, everybody is really feeling the effects of playing on Saturday and a short bench. It's a bad decision from Wiley to give it away there. Sissoko comes flying in. I'm not sure exactly what he hit that with, but Rios Novo makes the save anyway.
Nicky Law charging. Flag is up.
They finally beat Rios Novo, but the flag was up.
So we'll see how much time is added on here in a frenetic last 10 minutes. Foul called on Indy 11.
Segrist with the push on McFadden.
Get fucking on with it, Caleb. The last 3 passes stop.
Atlanta United 2 taking a little time. Chris Allen surveying a little bit here. Demjanchuk with the whistle and with the left. Top of the box. Garuba tries to flick it. For anybody who could go behind, probably Caleb Wiley, ends up in the hands of Eric Dick again. Nick Moon cuts in on McFadden. Sends it forward looking for Sissoko. Too much is there. And it looks like we're going to get 2 minutes added. So Indy 11 and Atlanta United 2 are going to have to act quickly here. They're going to try to get full points out of it one way or the other. Throw in for Atlanta United 2. McFadden into Garuba quickly. Top of the box looking for Mertz. Almost came down with it. Keeping possession was Atlanta United initially. Knocked away Will Riley, and here comes Indy 11 again. Cammie Smith gets away from Bryce Washington.
Long run from Bryce Washington to cut that off. Caleb Wiley had nothing left to get back. Washington recognized it and came all the way across to slow up the attack.
Moon tries to cut past McFadden, enough there to create a turnover. No foul called, sticks with Indy 11.
Correct call from Demjanchuk. Indy 11 with an opportunity.
Segrist into the area. Wiley heads it out. Fortune looking to spring Garuba.
Garuba tried to sombrero it over Timmer.
Cammie Smith gets past Fortune. Fortune will send it clear. Time winding down here, probably the last chance for either side. Buckmaster, Timmer. Too much for Nicky Law. Camden Faya will get there, and he'll send it into row 7. And that'll do it. Shared result from two teams. And once again, you know, Jason, we talked about it all season long. Atlanta United 2, when they're down, they're coming back. They get an even result here with a 1-1 draw.
Strong fight back for Atlanta United 2, but they didn't have the legs to find anything else in it. It's Will Riley right there. His last match with Atlanta United 2 before he goes on to Stanford University. Great performance from him. These guys fought hard for him. We've heard the comments from both his manager, Jack Collison, and his teammates about how much he means to this group. He's been here for this is his third season in the USL Championship. Came up with Stephen Glass from the U17s. And a great night for Will Riley. A good performance from him, but not 3 points to send him out with.
We'll put a bow on it when we come back. Atlanta United 2 and Indy 11. Draw at 1 from Kennesaw. Stick and stay. We'll wrap it all up when we return.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
Welcome back to Kennesaw, on the site that we see after every Atlanta United 2 match under Jack Collison. The team having a moment together at center circle. Something very, very cool that we've seen with Jack Collison in charge. Before we go, just a reminder, if you're on the road and you can't watch the match like you are here on ESPN+, you can turn on Sirius XM-FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and the brand new USL All Access, featuring Mike Watson, Devin Kerr, every Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Prem, and the Champions League. Sirius XM-FC channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the SXM app. Jason, you know, like I said, we've seen Jack Collison. We got the chance to catch up with him as we're getting ready for the second 45 minutes. You know, the obvious reason when, the obvious answer when you're down 1 is to come back with 1, if not more. Let's take a look at the final stats for a 1-1 draw.
23 shots for Atlanta United 2. They were incredibly active on short rest with a short bench. 8 shots on target. Eric Dick with a huge performance for Indy 11, 7 saves on the night. A game where Atlanta United 2 really didn't control the possession, which is something that we're accustomed to seeing under their season average, but they were competitive. And then they fought even at the end when you could see Caleb Wiley's legs were gone. He still wins an important header. Bryce Washington getting into the rhythm of professional soccer, coming across and bailing Wiley out when he just couldn't run anymore. Strong performances, a lot of character from this group, just not enough for 3 points. And now they've got to find the reserves to come back at it, probably with this same group pretty much, on Saturday against Sporting Kansas City 2.
Sporting Kansas City 2 came into tonight 3 points behind Atlanta United 2. So the 3-game homestand will conclude with Sporting Kansas City 2 coming here on the weekend, another 7:30 start on the 10th.
Very, very cool as they're sending off Will Riley with a special video presentation and thanking him for his service here as he heads to Stanford.
Rightfully so. Well done, Will Riley. Thank you for being a part of Atlanta United and Atlanta United 2. Great effort tonight by the Stripes. Connor Stanley with an equalizer in the 73rd. Rocco Rios Novo coming up big as well. For Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Even result. Ones as we go. We'll see you back here this weekend at the Fraction. Thanks for hanging out with us here on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.